Hi.
Hey,
How
guys.
are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you. It's been a while since you've been in here.
It has been. Came in last night and I was like, man, it's cold here. And the driver was like, nope.
This is 47 degrees. It's very nice. I walked out of my garage this morning, and it's been very, very cold. And so, you dress the way that the weather has been. Mm-hmm. So I don't look at my phone or anything. I walk out, and it felt downright balmy. I go, all right, it's a hoodie day. It's not a parka day or anything. But yeah, no, not that cold. It's not that bad.
It's cold. I'm from L.A. And,
Yeah. Los Angeles. California, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one, not Louisiana.
Not Louisiana, no.
Yeah, right. I'm from Houma, Louisiana. I worked a long time to lose my regional dialect. Kellen is at Hilarities this weekend. That means the show tonight's at 7 o'clock, and then 7 and 9:30 shows tomorrow night and Saturday night. I'm going to count those up. That is 5 shows.
That's it.
5 shows in all, and then you're back. Do you go back home or you go on to the next town?
Yeah, I go Salt Lake City. That's
Salt
where
Lake
I'm
City?
going next.
Yeah.
That's it.
And are they? We were discussing the Mormon thing here before because Bill, of course, is an excommunicated Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
Weren't sure if you were still, an active player in the organization or not.
I am, yeah. It's not part of my act, though. I'm not like the funny Mormon guy.
It's better than being the unfunny Mormon. It could go a lot of different
There's
ways.
a lot of those.
Yeah. Did you just have an
That's why I
anniversary?
left. That's what.
Because they didn't want him to be funny. Yeah. Did you just have an anniversary?
Yeah, in June.
Yeah. And how's that going?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's marriage.
There's not much to say about
sold.
it.
You know what? I tried it before, but
Yeah.
you just convinced me. I'm back in.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, that's it.
I'm on number 2, and it's going okay.
Okay.
Yeah, number
That's
2.
all right.
8 years in.
Nice. How
Nothing
long
wrong
was
with
the first
that.
one?
First one was 6.
Okay.
Had a couple of kids. And then I said, what am I doing here? I don't remember what it was. It was all blur. And then...
I mean, I remember if you want me to tell. I know what happened.
yeah, it was, And then every guy goes, I assume this is your first marriage. This
It is, yeah.
first. And of course, only, it'll last forever, everybody says. But divorced guys...
Eternity, if you're right.
Eternity, that's right.
You're right.
And then my parents will be like, see, Bill, we told you.
But, what if, right? That's the thing. It's like you don't know. There's a thing called Mormon Wiki. Are you familiar with this?
I'm not.
You're on it. Mormon
I'm
Wiki.
on it?
You're on Mormon Wiki.
What am I on? What does it say about me?
Your name's on it. I don't know. Do you guys keep lists of things, or is it part of I don't know.
Not that I know.
Some larger...
Mitt Romney, right? He had the Binders of Women.
Binders
I
of
guess there's
Women,
also
yes.
Binders of the rest of us.
Yeah, many of them not Mormon. Right. But did you grow up in the Salt Lake City metropolitan area, or no?
No, I grew up in just outside of San Francisco.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Bay Area. Now, what's the Mormon community like in the San Francisco, Oakland Bay Area?
I mean, it's similar. I guess we don't get married at 18. There's a sort of a Utah culture of getting married very, very early,
Right.
like freshman year of college, and they're marrying their high school sweetheart from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Because they want to get it in.
Part of it.
Or right
They're
after
like-
the mission. Yeah.
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 18 sounds like a little old, though, for Salt Lake City. Like you're an old maid if you make it to,
If you're a girl and you're 18-year-old.
Is that what it is?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the crazy thing is that, like, I forget it. Is it the hippocampus? It's part of the brain that like, it doesn't fully develop until you're like 25, 26. That's why you see like divorce rates drop after 27. Because if you get married at like 19, you're a different person 10 years later.
Yeah.
like
It's your brain's Rumspringa, really, to go the Amish route.
And
It's them going, I want to see what else is out there.
I'm almost 40, and I can assure you I have not changed in 15 years.
Congratulations, too.
No growth here.
I've been meaning to tell you how proud I am of you for that, too.
My-
It takes a strong man to remain static in,
Once my
certain
brain
things.
was done developing, I was just like, good.
Yeah,
you're
Enough
like,
of that.
no, Blink-182 is a good band.
that's right. Who am I trying to impress? I'm fully formed up here. I'm fine. How was last year for you? Was it going where you could go, or was it you sitting at home with the wife?
It was fine other than losing my income for 15 months. It was, I was home a lot. Yeah.
So what did you do other than try to not go crazy and,
I mean, I found a reason to go to Target 2 times a day.
Yeah.
We need more paper towels.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna go wait in line again. Let's catch up on my podcast.
Yeah, you're picking the line. Usually you're going for the shorter line. You're going for the longest one possible.
Yeah. Honey, they're the only places that have lines right now. I got to get in there. And hey, listen, Target knew what was going on because that was right about the time that their whole ad campaign was, I'm making a Target run. That was their line, right? A lady's headed out the door and she goes, I'm making a Target run. Anybody need anything? And nobody needed anything, but that was their ad campaign.
Yeah, with all the conspiracies out there, I think the ones that make the most sense is that it was either Target or Zoom that caused COVID, right? It started it.
Yeah, in a Zoom lab and a Target lab. Yeah. Is your wife in the business or she's just a civilian?
No, she's not. She's just a regular person.
Civilian,
But I mean, is
she's
she
not in the service of comedy? Like
the one thing she does do, the one thing
I let her do.
Women are good at.
Yeah.
No, the one thing that, she helps a lot with like my marketing and stuff. But one thing that has really helped is like as of 2 years ago, I don't read internet comments anymore.
Right.
And I'm just
That's smart.
a better
I gotta do
person.
more of
You
that.
have to. Yeah. It's just such a waste of time, like trying to convince people that hated me that they should like me. It was just very needy and time consuming and
but
emotionally scarring.
I don't even want to convince them to like me. I just want to know why they're there. Like, you don't like me. Why do you comment on everything? Like, what is that? Like, and so I'm more interested in like, why are you weird? Like, what's wrong with you? Because I know who I am, but I want to understand, like, if I don't like something, I don't consume that content.
Right.
Like, when people go,
you don't spend your energy.
Right. But
telling
then there
everyone.
they are telling me I'm the worst, or like, that story's not yours. Like, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I like your stuff a lot because I mean it's very dry. I love dry, and you're real sharp, and I just like that the whole vibe. So it seems to me that if somebody was like, you suck, that's more of a stylistic choice than like you talked about something I didn't like.
Oh yeah. I don't really push the envelope with my grocery cart jokes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey, I work for Target, and we have grocery carts stolen all the time from the lot. Yeah, but no, post and ghost has always been my thing. It's like don't go back and look, and
The unfortunate thing is that like the algorithm, it'll encourage or it'll push your content more if there's more engagement in the content. And so now I just have my wife like with Instagram videos, she'll go through and just like delete all of the negative ones, so then I can go through it, and because I'll go through like 37 positive ones, and then one guy is like, this guy's staring at me like a psychopath, and then that's all I can think about all day.
Don't stare at anybody like a psychopath. Well, yeah, because
we work so hard not to stare at people like psychopaths. Like, we're so in our head about it, and people are like, oh, comedians are so sensitive. It's like, no, you don't have strangers telling you that stuff. Like, everybody's sensitive. Like, I get annoyed by people being like, oh, comedians are so sensitive. I've seen people with 4 followers and like 2 comments getting really worked up over it. So like, everybody's sensitive. We just put our stuff out there and we're proud of it, and so we want people to like it.
Oh, yeah, that's it, absolutely. I set a reminder for myself right before I did Conan. I set a reminder for myself 10 minutes before I was on to raise my eyebrows, because that is a thing.
So you're sitting in the green room and doing this,
and boom, raise your eyebrows. Yeah, because I have like naturally low set eyebrows, so I just look like with my resting face, I look like I hate everyone. And so at least when I come out on stage, I raise them up. I just look like a normal person when I raise them. I don't even look surprised.
Right.
So I just do that so that at least their first reaction of me is like, okay, this guy, isn't going to pull a weapon out of his
out of his black hoodie. Unfortunately, that also limits what the material can be, because if you wanted to write something that required you to register surprise, couldn't pull it off. Right? Just getting to hear was hard enough.
I have to lean my head back.
Kellen Erskine is at Hilarities this weekend. 7 o'clock show tonight, 7 and 9:30 shows tomorrow and Saturday. You can go to pickwickandfrolic.com for the details. Inside Jokes on Amazon.
Yeah.
I was clicking around and it was a bunch of people, but this was a few years ago, I think.
It was.
It was you and Rosebud Baker were the only 2 people that I remembered from it. And I feel bad because there's like all these comics that are popping up and doing things. I'm like, I want to pay attention to those people, but like you guys were the 2 that I thought were, what?
I was trying to think of other people. Like, I saw one of the guys in a video the other day, but I can't remember his name. He's the one from like LA that like pretty much improvised everything.
Simon Gibson.
Yeah, Simon.
He's great.
Simon's
great.
I saw him in a video the other day.
I'm jealous of guys like that too, because I try to carefully construct like these jokes
Yeah.
on and off the stage. I'm like very much like, and I do improvise with the audience as well. But Simon just has this energy, this sort of Chris Farley energy, where he will literally like kick a stool over and yell at the audience to shut up, and he gets like a standing ovation.
Sure, they go nuts.
Right.
But if
they weren't even doing anything either. Like he's
Right,
like
yeah.
it's a very chaotic but performative energy that he's got. It reminds me a lot of like not what he's doing, but like the energy that Jim Carrey would have when he did stand up, where it is all like I'm just gonna let the crowd kind of dictate what I do, but it's a very scary way to do comedy.
Well, yeah, but because it's not, that's such a specific style that nobody's going to go, oh, I could go up and do that.
Oh, yeah.
To your point, you know?
And it fits him as a person, and that's why it works. It doesn't seem contrived, because that just is his energy on and off the stage. And that's the same with me. Like, I'm more introverted and laid back.
Really?
I'm still funny. I won't let everyone out there know. But I tried, like, my first year, you know this, Bill, like, when you're first, you don't really know who you are, or know that, like, actually, you just have to be yourself. Like, it takes years to figure out how to be yourself on stage. So you try sort of to emulate different energies. And whenever I was like, hey, everyone, how you doing? You know, it's just the audience, there's this biological reaction. You just know when someone's being inauthentic.
Right.
You know?
Well, and also to the point of raising the eyebrows, is it's like, you know, if it's people sitting around talking like we are, that's one thing. When you're on, people in the audience aren't going to realize it. Like when you're up there, like every movement you make is being scrutinized to some degree. Like, are you blinking? Are you holding the mic weird?
Yeah.
Are you pacing
Are
too
you looking
much?
down at the
Are you looking
stage too
down?
much?
Yeah.
When I see comics fiddling with the mic wire too much or like wrapping it up in their hand, that's one that always drives me nuts.
Wrapping it up in their, like they're Henry Rollins or
yeah,
something?
basically.
Wow.
Because it's usually just a nervous tick. They don't even realize they're doing it, but they're just like wrapping the cable in one hand while they're holding the mic, and I'm like, gotta stop doing that.
The first open mic I ever did, I tripped on the cord because I I thought you were supposed to pace the stage, but I didn't know how to like whip it around in front of me. I'd never even done it before.
So you coiled it intermittently around your ankles. It was like a jungle trap that was set up to catch a lion, and you hoisted yourself up in it.
One of the first mics that I did, I had it was like a music open mic in a coffee shop, and I did like 10 minutes. And it was basically just transitions. Like I didn't, like my friend came with. He's like, it sounded like what a comedian should be. It was the best compliment he could give me because he didn't say it was funny. It just sounded like, but it was just going from, and I grew up this way, and then like just getting from idea to idea without any punchlines, and it was really uncomfortable.
There's like a hazy outline of someone doing some comedy up there.
Sounds very experimental.
Yeah. It was avant-garde Bill Squire, I believe, was what, how they would bill him.
I wrote them as punchlines; they just didn't hit as punchlines.
Yeah,
but the transitions is what my friend was able to compliment me
That's
on.
Well, I'll still do that. I mean, like you were saying earlier, like comedians they have to have a thick skin. Hardly any of us do, because I feel like if you have a thick skin, you don't feel anything.
Yeah, you have to. There has to be an
like,
emotional weight to it.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald is probably the only person I've ever met that actually had that thick skin, because like he would bomb for 20 minutes, people walk out, or he would kill, but it didn't matter when the show was over. He was still just as glum
like,
as
I gotta
ever.
gamble.
Yeah,
Right.
Like it didn't register emotionally. But yeah, it's I'll still do that. Like if I'm trying out a new joke and it bombs, I'll just go right into the next joke as if it was all a setup.
Wow, those two halves didn't seem to connect too well. You won't stand and sit in the silence? Is that funny to you, just sitting in the silence?
I'll do it once, but once I feel like if you do it more than that, then it becomes like your thing.
Yeah, you don't want to
And
jam
I'll
up
be
the
like,
rhythm of
hey,
it.
that
but-
guy was really funny. His hook was that he bombs.
You know how some people pause for applause, so they wait for he pauses to make sure nobody makes a sound, and then he moves on, and that's really the best part. But you doing like colleges and things like that too?
I do colleges every once in a while.
I mean,
It's
you're
more-
not like you're a clean comic, for lack of a better term, but it's like colleges. Or Mary does a lot of them, Bill's done them too, but it's like colleges, man. They give you that list of things Like, don't do this, don't do this, don't
Oh
do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
you know?
It doesn't matter if you're clean. And yeah, I don't like the stigma of like the phrase "clean comic" has. I never call myself. I just hopefully I'm just funny, and
Yeah.
afterwards
Yes, you
maybe
are a very
people are
funny
like,
comic.
I don't think you talked about sex. Like Nate Bargatze, like he's technically clean, but he's just a funny comedian.
Right,
You know,
yes.
people only talk about comedians that way. Nobody's ever like, you know, who I love is 21 Pilots because they're a great clean band.
Yeah.
I like clean rock and roll. I don't like it too messy or anything. Yeah. No, but to me,
They don't
it's
have
always
to rock and roll with all those 4-letter words.
yeah.
If you have to rap with swear words,
It's really cheating.
Well,
It's,
that goes
know,
back to Will Smith. Like that was like he wouldn't, because like his grandma told him like don't swear when you're rapping. So like he didn't swear in his rap. But then when he got into like movies and stuff, and it's like, Grandma, I'm gonna swear because I'm trying to win Oscars. I'm trying to get $20 million a picture, so I'm gonna swear.
well, that's just crazy. I just found out, Will Smith, he won the first Grammy for rap.
Really?
And rap had been around for like a decade. He won the first.
When they created the rap category at the
Yeah.
Grammys.
And I think it was just because it was just whoever's running it was like the least threatening song
Yeah.
because the song was Parents Just Don't Understand. It's like, it's
Yeah.
just such a bummer because of like all the rap, just like soul, like so much of the good music has come from pain, you
Yeah.
know? And then you get Will Smith comes in and he's like, hey, don't you hate it when you want to stay up late and
With
your
his-
parents are like, hey, go back to your room.
yeah.
His kids bop rap, basically.
Right. F the Police was not going to get the first Grammy for. Kellen Erskine is in town. That's why he's right there, and we're talking to him. He's going to do hilarities tonight and tomorrow, 7 o'clock tonight, 7 to 9:30 tomorrow, and Saturday. You can go to pickwickandfrolic.com. Wait, is Kellen Erskine Comedy? What are you on Twitter and all that?
Yeah, KellenErskine.com. You can find me on Instagram, and my podcast is The Book Pile.
The Book Pile.
The Book Pile. Talk about a different book every week. Yeah.
All right.
And if you say anything
great.
mean to him, his wife can delete it anyway, so don't even bother.
Swipe garbage can. Save it.
Does she ever like read one and like start laughing and go, and then you're like, wait, what was that one? And she's like, nope, delete it. It's
No,
gone.
I had to stop her because she's like, yeah, this one's mean. Ooh, this one. I'm like, this doesn't help
That's
either.
not helping
I don't
either,
want to
yeah.
know how many.
Yeah. She's got like a mental ranking scale.
Like-
This one's a 2. The other one was a 10.
Oh, this person says you took this joke from John Mulaney. I'm like, you're just telling me what it is.
You're filling my head with bad ideas. Well, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So the Book Pile podcast is available wherever you get your podcast. What's the book this week?
That's it. Last week was Dune. This week is Big Little Lies.
Oh, well done. All right, cool. Let me take a break.